ahead tonight. Brent, in your opinion, which teams have the best front court units right now in the NBA?
Kevin, the only one that really comes to mind right now as an established front court to me that starts and plays the bulk of the minutes is DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin in Los Angeles. Those two guys continuing to grow, learning through some losses, but more winning in recent years. It's a pretty dynamic combination. Although I would tell you, Philly's got something brewing, don't you think?
There's no doubt. And Embiid is at the very beginning of that conversation. They've got some length. They've got very unique bigs. It's an interesting group to watch develop.
We could also throw in possibly Gorgui Dieng and Karl Anthony Towns. Might as well include those young guys as well.
Anything with Towns in it, I think, has got to be part of the conversation. And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope is the 2 with Ingram playing small forward. Randall is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. And it's Ball in at the 1. Now here's Ingram. Lopez, a screen on Durant. Ingram wide open. And Pachulia pulls it down.
That's a wide open shot. Sadly, he came up short.
The shot by Curry, no good. Ingram with it, picked up by Thompson. Floats one up, got a hand on it.
That's great anticipation by Pachulia, using his length to turn that shot away.
Curry with a wide open look. Again, Curry missing.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
Drills the three-pointer.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Here's Thompson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, you just watch the way that Klay Thompson shoots, and you're surprised when the ball doesn't go in.
I mean, one thing with Klay, too, in his shot, he believes it's always going to go in. More importantly, so does his teammates. And he's got that shooter's mentality where he just will continue to trust in his mechanics. And I don't think he gets enough credit for just how hard he works to maintain that shot.
Now here's Ingram. Lopez a screen. Ingram dishes to Caldwell Pope. A three-pointer off the mark. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Curry kicks to Pachulia. Here's Thompson to the paint. Curry. The rebound by the Lakers.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And we're seeing a little more of this from KCP, working that in-between area, trying to improve his efficiency.
Now here's Durant to the left wing, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Warriors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
I think there's been a massive shift in the way that kids look to work on their basketball game, and Steph Curry is the guy to thank for that. It's such a special use of skills and things he does in the offseason to do the things that he does out on the basketball floor.
Thompson against Caldwell Pope. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Ball no good. Warriors leading by 3. Thompson inside the line. The quick look, no good that time. Pass the ball. True on the 14-footer. Ball's got his second basket of the night.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
Now here's Ingram. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Brandon Ingram, the second overall pick in 2016 out of Duke. What do you make of his rookie season?
You know, very much a work in progress. You have to remember how young he is. Didn't turn 19 until 3 months before the draft, and he's still rail thin. So he's got a chance to improve very quickly over the next few seasons as his body continues to mature.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Golden State. Lopez kicks to Randall. Picked by Randall. Back to Caldwell Pope. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it's Ingram missing. Warriors have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Iguodala's drive. He gets that one.
Good high release that time from Andre Iguodala, easily getting the shot over the defense.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
One thing we've seen from the Warriors is that this team's ability to turn things on and just put teams away is remarkable. They hit a switch, the defense causes some turnovers, and in the blink of an eye, 10, 12, 15 points, and you're down big.
West is checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Curry. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Zubac is checked in for Lopez. Nance comes in for Julius Randle. Luol Deng is checked in for Ingram. And it's Clarkson in for Ball. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Shot clock at 5. Deng gets a wide open look. Connects from three-point range. Luol Deng. And that burst of scoring and intensity with the Warriors. You know, Brent, sometimes it feels like they only need to play 6 to 10 good minutes of basketball to win a game.
Yeah, sometimes that's all they do, Kevin, and then they let the defense take over. And I think that that's what's most amazing about this Warriors roster. It's relentless, but it's relentless on both ends of the floor. You sleep on defense, and offensively they take advantage. And if you're not sharp yourself on the offensive end, the Warriors are just too good down there.
Nice shot by Thompson.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Caldwell Pope against Thompson. Caldwell Pope kicks to Clarkson. It's hauled in by Andre Iguodala. Warriors leading by 4. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did catch up with Coach Luke Walton. We talked about their keys in prepping for this game, and he said defense is always our first priority. We don't want our shot blockers getting into foul trouble. We want them to play smart, but having those guys back there does allow our perimeter guys the freedom to play up and be aggressive. Kevin?
Good work, David. Thank you. It sounds like defense is going to be the key for them today.
And it usually is. They try to use their D to make life miserable for every opponent they play.
And sometimes it's not just about one player. For them, it's about a complete defensive effort. In the paint, on the perimeter, in transition, they've got to be all over the place.
Now, here's Zubac. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And he gets it to go.
This is where you got to put a body on the guy. His will is incredible down on the interior, fighting and clawing for every rebound.
And here's West for 3. And Luol Deng pulls it down. Lakers trail by 4. That one goes in. Deng's got 5.
That's just smart basketball. Ideally, you love for all of your shots to come from that spot.
Here's Iguodala. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Using his height perfectly on the inside. Iguodala making the D get physical with his play.
The Warriors haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. Some changes for Golden State. Young comes in for Green, and McCaw is subbed in for Thompson.
Hit these, baby. Nah, man, you get little guy. Yeah, I got him. Hey, you get shooter. I got him. You got this guy right here?
That's off as well, so he misses both.
Andre Iguodala about as reliable as it gets. Steve Kerr calls him the adult in the room.
Deng passes to Zubac. Clarkson dishes to Caldwell Pope. Here's the screen. Back to Clarkson. Over Young. And no good trying to get that one. Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for the Golden State Warriors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this. And Steph Curry, a player with in the gym rain.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Kerr is not going to allow this Splash brother to let her rip.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, they found a little bit of space out there on the perimeter, and they have a shared confidence right now. That tends to breed some success for this team.
Livingston is out there with McCaw. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Young, and it's West in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
Now here's Dang. He's got 7. Dishes it to Clarkson. And he goes in for the dunk.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
And if it does, as evenly as these two teams have played here, it's anyone's guess who's going to come out on top.
Here's Dang. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Here's Clarkson. It's deflected. Iguodala with it, and it's Iguodala with the jam.
He fights through some aggressive defense, Iguodala using those broad shoulders to get in there.
Timeout called the Lakers. We know the importance of ball movement, Brent, but when the offense bogs down, someone needs to get it done in isolation. Could you pick anybody who you would go to?
Yes, Kevin. He plays in Cleveland.
Yes.
Or the Cavaliers. And his name is LeBron James.
Ah, yes.
Have you seen him play?
James.
Yeah, I'll take that guy.
Okay, that's a good guy. that's a real good guy. Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Pachulia, he's checked in for West. Durant comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. LeBron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, a jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. D.A., thank you. Now here's Durant. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Golden State moving it around. Curry kicks to Pachulia. Durant for 3.
And they really haven't been able to get into any kind of an offensive flow this quarter.
Lopez a screen. Here's Randall. And too long on the shot.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Now Ingram. After the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Young with the steal. And here's the fast break. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Pachulia. Curry's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And he's good on the 3 ball. Clarkson's got 5 points in the quarter. Young, right side, pass to McCaw. Kicks it to Curry. Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, if they could have put a 6-man in to guard Steph Curry, they would have, and it wouldn't have mattered.
There are a lot of great superstars in the NBA, Brett, but when you're talking about the most dangerous scorer in the league, I still think you've got to include Steph Curry in that conversation. He just does things that nobody else can do.
Well, nobody else in the league can do, and really nobody else in the history of the league has done. You think about Steph Curry in transition pulling up from 30 feet, and we really don't even bat an eye, and we expected the balls going in every time. What a transcendent player.
And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
Curry gets the bucket. 1:21 left in the first half of basketball. Clarkson kicks to Randall. Top of the key ball. Here's Clarkson. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Yeah, maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Lopez. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Ingram passes the ball. Here's Lopez. Off target with his 3. The Warriors lead it. Shoots over Ingram. Durant, no good.
I'd just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
And here's the best way to get an earful from your coach. Give Kevin Durant that kind of path to the basket. Wow, discussion to follow.
Kick by Randall. Here's Ingram. Sinks the three-pointer. Ingram's got 5 points now this quarter. Curry. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. It's a tie game here in Oakland.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports.
Been working out.
Klay Thompson brought his A game early tonight. He had 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
An amazing view of the new eastern span of the beautiful Bay Bridge, which opened in 2013. Welcome back to Oakland, everyone. The Warriors shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done.
And when you watch the Warriors, one thing that just jumps out is their passing. Everyone on this team, they allow the ball to dictate where it goes. Just unselfish to a fault.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Lakers. Ball runs point with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to his side. They're the backcourt. The young pair of Ingram and Randall are at the forwards. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. And the Warriors last year averaging right around 30 assists a game as a team. Greg, just a huge number, and they led the league in that regard by a wide margin.
Yeah, the passing they do is with a purpose as well. And I really feel like they have the highest collective basketball IQ in the game. I mean, they get a lot of free points off backdoor cuts or leak outs, and that's all because of their ball movement and awareness as a group.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Durant. Again, Golden State.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
And it's ball in the corner. Shoots over Curry. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 6 rebounds in the game. Green dishes to Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And that's 12 points for Steph Curry.
And not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
Picked by Randall. Off the screen, and Randall throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. The wide open look for Durant. Cans it from downtown. Durant's got the lead up to 6 now for the Warriors.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Hey, Brent, it's been said before that champions have no offseason. Thinking about that, what's your take on the balance between resting your body after a long year versus really pushing the strength and conditioning that could take you to another level the next year?
Well, I could throw it back at you, Kevin, and ask you about as you get older and your body changes, you have to do different things, right?
And more, yeah.
Right, so in your younger years, if you don't make the playoffs or you're in the playoffs, maybe to take 1 month off and get right back into the gym, your body's ready to do that and in tune. Take a player that's 10 years down the road, there's no reason for you to push your body. You can be a little more specialized and be a little more efficient in terms of what you do in the off season to get ready for what a training camp represents and then, of course, the upcoming season.
Deng kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Deng. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. No good that time. Inside, outside for Curry. Livingston passes to Thompson. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And now a 10-point Warrior lead.
Tough to tell what exactly happened to the D out there, but they simply don't look like they're engaged or even trying to stop their opponent.
Here's Nance. Doesn't go for it. So Golden State will take it the other way. The open shot, Durant. Rebound the Lakers. Caldwell Pope's got his 3rd rebound tonight. He kicks the ball. Here's Nance, and Nance slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Durant for 3. Durant with another miss. Lakers trail by 8. Ball with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. The putback goes up again. Zubac, that's good. Zubac has got 4 points this quarter.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. And now just a 4-point Warrior lead.
All heart from Caldwell Pope there, using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot.
And the Warriors with some changes. West is checked in for Durant. Iguodala comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Patrick McCaw in for Curry. There's Green with the 3. And it's Deng with the rebound. Deng's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time could rely on the lure of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George listing them on his short list shows they still have that pull, but the Lakers will be big players in free agency, I believe, in the near future.
Shot clock at 2. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now, a bit out of rhythm.
They get it again. Here's West. Livingston dishes to Iguodala.
And Iguodala selling the shot there, good at getting the defender up, out of position, and in the air.
What is nice to see from Iguodala in the tail end of his career, Brett, is that he has actually gotten more efficient from the floor.
Well, Iguodala does a good job of picking and choosing his spots, and I think having the teammates that he has, drawing that kind of attention, guys like Curry, Durant, and certainly Klay Thompson from the perimeter, opens up opportunities that Iguodala just can read so very well. Doesn't need to be risky with anything he does offensively.
For the finish, and the dunk by West.
And if you're open, Draymond Green will find you. He's got a great feel.
Lakers trail by 8. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Caldwell Pope kicks to Ingram. They set the screen. Back to Caldwell Pope. The feed to Clarkson. 6 to shoot. Here's Ingram. Passes it to Zubac. Here's Clarkson. And the Lakers with another miss. Up in time. That shot, no good. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Warriors ahead. They're up by 8. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Right now is when we go, good shot, great shot, right? Right now is when we talk on.
Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Lakers trail by 8. Iguodala is at the 3, with Green playing the 4. Young is out there with Curry, and it's West in at center. That's the Warriors' 5. Clarkson against Curry. Feeds to Ingram. There's the dish to Randall. Young with the steal. Iguodala the pass to Green. Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists in the game.
Nice recognition from Steph Curry there. Sees the space to shoot into the paint and then took full advantage.
Here's Clarkson, picked by Randall. There's a screen. Ingram dishes to Clarkson. No good on the triple. Warriors leading by 10. Here's Iguodala. Rebound collected by Clarkson.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
Over in the corner, Randall. Lopez outside. Lopez sets a screen for Clarkson. Shot off the pick. And that one comes up a bit short. And here's the fast break. Here's Iguodala, and it's Iguodala with the jam.
Iguodala out on the lane, running well. That's something he can do.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And for a long time, a lot of people would come up to me, including my dad, and tell me he was the face of the Warriors franchise. But after what Steph Curry has done, he has to be the face at this point. So many accolades and leading the team now to 2 titles in 3 years.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Golden State. Klay Thompson comes in for Nick Young. And the Lakers also making a change. Ball's checked in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Luke Walton was just talking about strategy with his team. He was not happy with their shot selection, and he let them know about it. He said, we're taking low percentage shots, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, and work for those shots in the flow of the offense. Stay with the plan. We'll see if they can get it going.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. He feeds it to Randall. 5 on the clock. The pass to Lopez. Over Pachulia. Los Angeles with another miss. You know, Brent Curry, arguably one of the best players in the NBA, as you were talking about moments ago. Certainly one of the best ever to play for the Warriors.
Well, there's no doubt that he's one of the greatest shooters, if not the greatest shooter of all time. And you think about how it is that Curry started his career, the ankle problems at Golden State, allowing him to sign a contract, really undervalued at the time. And all of a sudden, Steph Curry, one of the players who's a face not only of the Warriors, but of the league itself.
Green kicks to Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 17 points for Steph Curry.
Just effortless shot making from Steph Curry. Long range, difficult shots. They look so easy.
Pass to Randall. He dishes it to Ball. Fires the 3. Warriors with the rebound. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Iguodala, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, they're just absolutely getting anything and everything that they want out there. They have not let up.
Randall kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Randall. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Lopez. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope. Durant's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Vicious to Durant. Another three for Golden State. Brent, you certainly grew up around basketball. Your dad was a legend. Your brothers certainly played at a very high level. What kind of advantage do you think that gave you, if any, as your career was progressing?
That's funny, Kevin. I can't get away from it. I'm sitting next to you now, and we're watching basketball. So
I know it. Here it is.
The advantage, I think, is just absorbing all of that stuff. Maybe on a subconscious level, that you're taking in everything about what the profession was going to represent for you if in fact you got there, and thank goodness I did.
Well, I always sense you had a very wide view. Your lens was always wide, capturing as much as you could gather.
Yeah, it was like a 10 to 22 on any camera.
And one of the more surprising moves this past offseason was when the Pistons let KCP go. Two sides couldn't see eye to eye on a contract, and eventually they let him be an unrestricted free agent.
And Greg, Caldwell Pope ultimately ends up on the Los Angeles Lakers. Strange to see such a talented player get renounced by his old team, the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, you just don't see that very often. And after the Bradley trade, the Pistons seemed ready to move on. Lucky for the Lakers to pick up a player like Caldwell Pope so late in free agency.
And here is Ball. Kicks to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Warriors.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Well, you know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Steph Curry.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
The tray. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Warriors lead by 14.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
Here's Curry with the three. Another miss by Curry. And it's the Lakers' ball. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
And it's the quickness of Ball that's a problem for defenders. Solid at finding ways to get fouled on the way up.
And the second free throw, good. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Young kicks to Livingston. Shoots over Ball. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
So hard for guards to contest Sean Livingston on shots like that.
Ball, the pass to Deng. Now, here's Zubac. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were